Hi everybody, welcome back to Dr. Doug's series on how life-changing ideas about how accepting your sexuality can improve your life. I was talking in the last video about how internalized homophobia is a way that we kind of internalize some of the homo-negative ideas in the larger culture. It has really damaging effects on people, but not just gay people, although obviously gay people are particularly affected, or lesbians, but actually all people are impacted by homo-negative ideas. I think actually, to be honest with you, straight people are actually even more impacted because they don't have, let's say, ideas to help them face it, and then you get that rigid sort of black or white, straight or gay, which is not really how we all are. We're all part of the human family, and we all actually have everything inside of us, in my opinion. I think to really understand what it is I'm trying to talk about in terms of what is internalized homophobia, we have to have a much bigger idea about what we're really talking about. And I like to suggest that what we're calling gay or queer, what have you, from another perspective, is just that tendency inside of everybody to break from the group and from social structures and become a true fucking self, to become a unique person, and to not be so controlled by all that shit out there that's telling us we've got to be this way, we've got to be that way, we've got to look tough, we've got to be toxic, we've got to be masculine, we've got to be butch, we've got to be femme. But actually, who are you deeply inside, and how can you break free from what your church told you, your parents told you, your family told you, and listen to your heart. Your heart may one day say, I want to love a man. Your heart may say, I actually want to love a female. And I think that is really what this is really all about, to become free. To help us better understand what I'm talking about in terms of becoming a true self and becoming even a spiritual self, and how what we today call queer people or gay people or even no label people might actually be exemplars for all people to become their true selves. It might be kind of cool to go back and take a quick look at some of the ancient historical wisdom that exists that I'd love to talk to you more about in future YouTube videos. I'm going to briefly touch on it now. I think, people don't think about Plato as the father of Western philosophy, but believe it or not, he had this idea that there were two Aphrodites, one for biological procreation, one for non-biological, but how same-sex love procreates children of the mind. So there's a little Plato over there. I'll talk about it more in another future video. I also thought I'd actually let you all know that most Native American tribes, 88% of them, had ways for different sexual orientations and different gender orientations. In Native American culture, especially the Zunis, they had this idea that there was a not man, not woman, and that was called Berdache, or a two-spirit. Two-spirit is I got the spirit from my biological parents, but I got the other spirit from the Great Spirit. Then I think it would be good to know Mark Thompson wrote a long time ago a book called Gay Spirit, which is really cool. I'll talk about it more, but just to give you a little bit of a heads up, lots of stuff about what happened in the 19th century, especially with our American poet Walt Whitman. He talked a lot about brotherly love as spiritual. Another key figure here is Judy Grahn, big in the 80s, wrote a lot about lavender love and a spiritual ancient path. Check her out. And then there's a whole lot of interesting shit coming out about queer magic. This is an interesting book. I'll talk more about it, but just giving you a heads up. And then we gotta love our James Baldwin, important African-American writer, novelist, essayist, but did some beautiful work talking about spirituality and same-sex love. So there's a whole big tradition about this shit. I'll talk to you some more about it as we go. All right, thank you so much for coming. I look forward to talking to you more. Please subscribe, because then you'll hear about the next subsequent video, which is going to be on what the social scientists say about internalized homophobia, how some agree, somehow some disagree. So I'd love to keep you posted. It's so great to have you here. I look forward to talking to you further. By the way, ask me any questions, put them in the comments section. I'll be sure to reply. Love to hear from you.